Hey everybody, welcome back to my Python 3 for Beginners tutorial. In this video we're going to be learning about something called for loops. Now you'll remember when we did a list how to set that up. So let's set up a list of colors. So if I go colors equals and then I do the square brackets. Now because they're strings, remember they need to be in quotes here, and we're going to use single quotes for this one. Let's see, red, blue, green, purple, and orange. Now, normally if I wanted to print this out, I'd have to go print, and I'd have to do colors, and I could go 0, and then I could go down here, and I could copy and paste this, and I could go 1, and just keep going, and that would take a while, and that's really not efficient. So there's something called a for loop that's going to help us with this. So first what we need to do is we need to figure out what we can assign each one of these that's the same, that'll make sense. So I'm just going to assign it a variable called C for colors. So for C, and C is going to be referring to every one of these colors in the list. So for C in colors, and you want to put a colon just like at the end of an if statement, and then we can put print C. And you'll notice down here it printed red, blue, green, purple, orange, red, blue, green, purple, orange, right in a row. So we were able to use that for loop to go through this. And what a for loop is a for loop is basically something that will continue until it gets to the end. So there's different kinds of loops. There's loops that you can tell your program do this forever. There's ones that you can tell it to do this until a certain condition. But what a for loop basically does is a for loop will go through like something like a list like this, and when it gets to the end it stops. It stores this information and in whatever variable you set, and then you can do what you want with that. So for instance, and the other thing I want to show you too is you're not limited with if statements or with loops to just one line after it. So if I wanted to go down here and go if C, let me do if lenc is less than 5, print C. So what that's going to check for is if they're up, I forgot my colon, is if the length of the color is less than 5 characters, it's going to print it. So what's going to happen is it's going to print all of them once, but if this condition's true, it'll print it again under it. So if I go run, you'll see all the ones that are less than 5 characters, red and blue, have printed twice. Now if I just simply take away the print C, it will only print those two, which is also helpful because if you are going through a list like this and you want a certain condition, like only print, in this case something less than 5, you can do that. Now let me show you another thing you can do here with for loops. Just like with lists, you can break these up into sections. So if I only wanted to search from the beginning up until we would stop at green and only print red and blue, I would put colon 2, because remember, if you don't put anything before the colon, it'll automatically start at the beginning. And 2 tells it where to stop, so it'll go 0, it'll go 1, and then it'll get to 2 and say, oh, nope, I'm supposed to stop right here. And so it'll only print red and blue. And as you can see, it prints red and blue. So that's basically a for loop in a nutshell. They come in very handy, and they're something you'll find yourself using over and over again throughout your years as a programmer. Now that you understand for loops, you understand that you can use if statements with those for loops, and you're starting to see things that we all did so far come together. We did a list, now we did a for loop, we're printing stuff to the screen with, with that for loop. We did an if statement. you know, it's stuff, you're not limited to what you can put under here. If you wanted to put an elif and then an else, you could do that as well. So you're really not limited to what you can do. You're not limited to one line of code here. You can put whatever you want underneath it to do multiple different things. And that's great. So we're starting to take everything that we're learning and put it together, and you can see how these different things can start to work and to become a fully functional program. So I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.